Hi everyone, we are back with online lessons for tumbling and trampoline. Coach Trish is here to lead you in some fun activities.
All right guys, so I know last week we had more of a structured warm-up. This week we're doing things a little bit different. So I need you to go find something to do for 5 minutes. Something cardio, so cardio is whenever it makes your heart rate go up. That can involve a jog around your block. If you have a trampoline, you can jump on your trampoline. You can skip around your house. If you have a dog, take your dog outside on a walk. It's really nice out. Ride your bike. I just need you to do something for 5 full minutes, okay? All right, after you get your cardio done, we're gonna go ahead and get started with our tumbling. First, I'm gonna use bean bags today, but like last week we used socks. You can use small stuffed animals, whatever you have is fine. But we're gonna take those bean bags, we're gonna put them in our shoulders, and we're just gonna do a candlestick. So we're gonna keep our arms up, we're gonna roll back, and we're gonna try and roll back up to our feet without using our hands or losing our bean bags. Everything when we do in tumbling today, we're gonna try 5 times, okay? All right, after your candlesticks, now we're gonna do our forward rolls. Last week we just did 1. I'm gonna try and do 2 in a row this week with my bean bags. So I'm gonna put them in, I'm gonna start doing my squat, I'm gonna do a forward roll, I'm gonna do a roll again, and stand back up. Okay, like I said, try that 5 times. All right, next on our tumbling, I'm gonna put these down. So I'm at the gym, and I know you guys are at home, but I'm gonna use this mat. It's about countertop height. So you can use your table, your counter, your bed, your couch. Find something that's nice and stable. We don't want it flipping over, but we're gonna work on an L handstand. All right, so in our L handstand, I'm gonna put my feet up on my surface. I'm gonna try and get my hands as close to underneath my hips as possible with my feet fully on the surface. If you do want a challenge, you can try and do some little leg kicks. And let's try and hold the L handstand for 20 seconds. All right, so we're gonna move on to our next 2 floor exercises. We're gonna work on learning how to do a headstand. So we're gonna start with a tripod. If you think that you can do this safely, just make sure you're out in the middle of an open room. Don't try this with any furniture or anything, near you. I'm just gonna show you how to use kind of the mat to keep your balance, but you don't have to use one, that's up to you. So you're gonna start down in a squat. You're gonna put your head on the ground, and we're gonna try and put our knees on our elbows, and you're gonna try and hold that for 10 seconds. Now, see, I'm not using the wall, but if I started to fall over, it would kind of catch me. If you do want a challenge, then you can try and lift straight up to a headstand. All right, our last thing we're gonna do on floor. Last week we just did a basic cartwheel. This week we're gonna work on our cartwheel, but we're gonna try and do a step in on the back side of the cartwheel. That's gonna help prepare us for our round-offs. So as always, we start our cartwheel in lunge, and we land on one foot, and then pull our second foot in right next to our first one. All right, guys, all of those 5 times each. All right, so now we're gonna get started with our stationary trampoline. Even if you do have a trampoline at home, I still kind of want you to go through these basic drills because then after stationary trampoline, we're actually gonna go to trampoline, and we just wanna make sure we have our positions right. All right, first we're just gonna stand in needle position, needles with our arms down for tight body. We're gonna work on half turns. So I just want you to jump and do some half turns. So as a reminder, go the correct way. I'm a righty, that means I use my right foot in my cartwheel. So whenever I do my turns, I wanna make sure that I'm turning to the right. After my half turns, I want us to try some full turns. So that means you go all the way around, also focusing on spinning the right way. All right, so after that, we are gonna sit down. As a recap on our seat drop shape, my hands are gonna be directly beside my bottom. We have to keep our hands here because this is where it's safe. Anytime our arms are back behind us or turned out, that's really dangerous for our arms. So let's make sure that we're sitting up nice and tall. Your hands are beside your bottom, tight legs, and with pointed feet. All right. After that, we're gonna hold our mad cat shape. With our mad cat, I'm gonna have my hands directly underneath my shoulders and my hips directly above my knees. I'm gonna round my back, make sure that your tummy's nice and tight, because whenever you get a trampoline, that's when that causes you to collapse. After your mad cat, you're gonna lay down in your belly drop position. We need to make a pyramid or a diamond with our hands. Elbows are out to the side. My belly button and my chest are on the floor. We never want to have an arch in our back that can injure our backs if we're on a trampoline. So we want to make sure our chest is nice and flat and that my feet are up in the air. That's going to allow me to come back up to my feet from my belly drop. All right, so moving on, if you have a trampoline, now we're actually going to work on our seat mad cats and our tummy drops. I want you to try 10 of each of these. So on our seat drops, we're gonna bounce with our arms down. We're gonna swing up to seat drop and stand right back up to our feet. All right, right after that, we're gonna be really careful. We're gonna try our mad cat drops. So I'm just gonna bounce. I can kind of hold my arms out in front a little bit, but I'm gonna do a mad cat. I'm gonna try and push right back up to my feet, okay? After that, we're gonna try and put the combination together. So we're gonna try a seat, mad cat, tummy, and then stand up. Make sure that we are really focusing on our shapes like we did in our stationary trampoline. So I'm gonna bounce, I'm gonna do a seat drop, to mad cat, to tummy, to stand up. All right, I'm gonna show you that one more time. So make sure that we swing into seat drop, go into mad cat, down in our tummy drop, and try and stand back up on our feet. Right after that, let's just go ahead and finish up our trampoline with our half turns and our full turns. So we're gonna bounce down a needle, do some half turns, take a couple bounces in between, and half turn. And then we're gonna try the same thing with full turns. All right, guys, now last but not least, we have to make sure that we're doing our strength, our conditioning to keep our bodies nice and strong. So we'll head over to floor and finish that up. All right, so now we're back over on floor. We're just gonna finish up today's lesson with our strength and conditioning. So I'm gonna sit in my tuck shape and I'm gonna do some suitcases. On all of these conditioning exercises, I want you at home to do 10, or if you wanna challenge yourself, you can do up to 15. I'm just gonna do 3 for you guys just to show you, okay? But we're gonna start with a suitcase or an in and out. So I'm gonna be up in a tuck. I'm gonna go out to hollow, back into tuck, out to hollow. So I'm gonna, like I said, do at least 10 of those. After my suitcases, I'm gonna roll over to my tummy. So last week we worked on a tight arch hold. We're gonna do that same thing today, but we're gonna do some swimming motion, okay? So I'm gonna hold up in my tight arch, and then I'm gonna bring my arms down and back up, down and back up, and down and back up, okay? After that, I'm gonna hop up to my feet, and I'm gonna work on my squat jumps so I can build up my strong leg muscles. So that's gonna help me with my trampoline and my tumbling when I get back in the gym. So I'm gonna start down in my squat, and I'm gonna push up and squat, jump, and squat, jump, okay? Right after that, we have to work on our arm muscles. So we're gonna do a pyramid push-up. So in our pyramid push-up, we wanna make our hands kind of facing in towards each other. So this way, on these push-ups, I'm gonna have my bottom up in the air, but I'm gonna try and touch my head to the ground, push back up. Now, the closer together my feet are, the more challenging this is. So if I wanna make them a little bit easier, I can open up my legs more than shoulder width apart. Guys, that's all for this week's lesson. As always, make sure that you ask your parents, to make sure that there's room, what kind of furniture you can use for these exercises. Be careful, have lots of fun. All right, see you guys next week.